Good morning everyone, it's BigFriendlyWarGamer again, and it's 15th of May and I'm doing my sit and talk as I normally do, and this is actually my 26th one, so I guess this makes it my 6th-month anniversary of doing these, and I'm going to, like I do, let's sit and paint. Okay. But first off, what we normally do is we have a look at what I've got on my table. It's a bit cluttered today. I know it's always cluttered, but it's a bit more cluttered than normal. We have 8 bloodletters, which are base coated and shaded. We have 3 of these Zangors, which I actually need to put on these bases, which are base coated. Their flesh is base coated, that's all. But basically I'm going to be painting them mostly today. But also on my desk we have more bloodletters which aren't undercoated. We have Lone Grimnar again, who still is sitting on my desk. He doesn't want to paint himself, and I need to get to him. I say this every week, but you know. We have my 2 Catan shards, who one is painted, one is not, but I won't be painting them today either. We have 2 finished bloodletters. We have my 2 demon princes, who will not be painted today. We have what do we have? We have my Dwarf Fire Slayer team for Shadespire, which probably won't get painted today because I need to spray paint another colour on them. And we have I can't even remember what the guy's called. He's the Fire Slayer guy from Silver Tower. Again, he needs another layer of paint on him, spray paint. I need to do Xandery Dust because I'm starting with that on his base colours. And we have a lot of paints because these Angor are going to take a lot of different paints to paint. But that's fine. I would rather get my paints out before I actually start painting rather than get them out midway through. So we're going to be painting Zangors today. I've had a good week. I've painted a fair bit. I finished, what was it that I finished? I finished 4 blue horrors for Silver Tower. I finished 5 Necron warriors for my Necron army, so there I have all 80 painted now that I need for my tournament army. This just leaves me for my tournament army, it leaves me the 2 Doomsday Arcs to paint, which is pretty good. One of them is halfway done, so getting there. The other one needs a lot of work, but I've got a month to do it now, so they will be the next things that come up on the painting table, I think, once these Zangors are done. And with what I've painted, it has put me on 95 finished models for the year, so doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. So what I normally do is I sit and paint for about an hour. I know it's been shorter of late, but I've been lacking things to talk about, and I don't think I'll lack things to talk about today. Plus, I'm not in a rush to get stuff done. I've got no pressures on my time. I don't have work tonight, so that's kind of a bonus as well. So yeah, and I'm off tomorrow as well, but there we go. So my week, work was work. Like I always say, it is what it is. I'm going to start off by layering Techless Blue on these Angors. I base coated them Calador Sky on Saturday, I think it was. So basically, yeah, I'm just going to base coat everything but the deepest recesses. In fact, I don't need to paint the legs very much. I'm painting the legs purple. These Zangor, they're a bit weird. They're Tzeentch creatures, so they're steeped in magic, and they are a bit weird colour, but it's fine. They should look cool afterwards. So yeah, so I've booked Wednesday off because I want to go to the meeting at the Battlebrick Club, and someone asked me to swap shifts with him, so I figured if he wanted to have the Saturday off, so I'm working Saturday, and I didn't realise it was Cup final day until I agreed to do it, but it's okay. I should still get to watch the Cup final even if it's at work. It's not a problem. So I said to him, yeah, you could cover my Tuesday if you like. So he's covering Tuesday. He's covering tonight even. Tonight's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. Whatever. So yeah, it's going to be a short week at work, 3-day week, which is fine. I've got work Saturday, which is a bit of a bummer, but there we go. Can't have everything we want. You never know, I might win the lottery tonight and I won't have to go back to work, but we'll see. And so yeah, the weekend was a bit of a washout. I didn't walk home from work on Saturday because my legs have been playing up, and yeah, I took a bit of a break from walking. I had all the intentions of going out Saturday, going for a walk on Saturday, and it was pouring with rain. I was just like, yeah, I didn't bother. So I've had a weekend off from painting, from walking, sorry. But I was at the club yesterday. I played 2 games at the club with my Necrons. One of them I won massively. The other one I lost quite comprehensively. It's fine. Like I said before, I'd be happy if I just win 1 game at the tournament and don't finish bottom. I'll be more than happy with that. So yeah, it's the painting's coming on quite well as well. Like I said, I'm on 95 models for the year. I'm well ahead of where I want it to be. I want to keep it going. I don't want to. Last couple of years, I've had like a month or 2 of the year where I haven't really painted, and I've had to catch up. And I had a bit of a slow March, I think it was. I didn't paint my quota in March, or was it April? I can't remember. But I'm back on it again now. I'm going well. I think I'm on a lot for the month. I think I'm on 18 so far this month. So I'm aiming to get to that 100 mark before the end of the month, which I should easily do. I mean, it's only the 15th today. Yep, 15th. So I've got half the month left, and I've still got a painting bug. So if I can get another 10 done, that would be really cool. But let's see. I'd love to be able to get ahead of where I am, because I promised myself if I get far enough ahead that I hit the 200 early in the year, I'm going to stop painting and start building that Reaver Titan. And like, I really want to do it. Just it's a catch-22 thing. If I start building the Reaver Titan, it's going to take a long time. I know that, and it'll cut into my painting time. So if I get enough done so that I've hit my pledge already, then I can dedicate time to the Reaver, because I need to put a lot of time into it. It's a long building process, and then I've got to paint it as well. And I do realise one of my other targets was to paint 3 large models. By large models, excuse me. By large models, I mean like the Tesseract Vault or the Reaver Titan or something, that sort of a scale. And I've not painted any. I started painting my Lord of Skulls, which I want to try and finish that. But again, if I go into painting something of that size, it's just going to take me a long time to paint. I know that. And it's still only going to be one model. It's going to be the whole Gimli in Lord of the Rings when Legolas kills the Oliphant, or the Myrmidon, whatever it's called, and he slides down its trunk all proud of himself, and the and Gimli turns around and goes, "Still only counts as one." Yeah, that's stuck in my head. The fact that any large model that I paint is still going to only count as one. So I'm saving them for the end of the year. If I can hit my 200 before, say, October, excuse me, then I will definitely, I'll paint the Tesseract Vault, because I know the colours I'm going to paint that. I'll paint the Lord of Skulls because I think that shouldn't take me too long, and then I will be building that Reaver Titan. And I like to get the Reaver Titan painted, but it's not, I don't think that's a realistic thing. The thing I'm worried about with the Reaver, many things I'm worried about with the Reaver Titan, excuse my throat, I've got hay fever. I'm going to be having to leave it on my desk, so it will get covered in dust, unless I put dust cover over it, obviously. And I'm never going to have anywhere to store it. So, yeah, I might have to buy a special case just for it. So it's big enough model, it's expensive enough, it does deserve its own special case. So I may have to get one. And I'm gonna build it in parts so it can come apart. The arms can come off. The body will come off the legs. And I have been looking into building guides. People on YouTube giving advice on how to build a Reaver, and on Google and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing it. It's going to take magnets, it's going to take bolts, it's going to take all sorts, but it will get done. So that's the first one with the first layer on, and I'm going to have a drink because I seem to have something in my throat. Excuse me. I remember my water for a change. Hopefully that will sort my throat out. There we go. And my light's still flickering because I haven't replaced the bulb. It's okay. So, second Zangor. So yeah, when I was saying I'll have stuff to talk about today, basically it was Warhammerfest at the weekend, which is basically, it's like an open day for them displaying what they've got coming later in the year. And like, even though I didn't go, I would have liked to go, but I couldn't get the Friday off work, which is the normal problem. I have got tickets for the Forge World Open Day, which is in July, and I've got some spare ones, so I may be asking people if they want to go. Oh, that light's going to start getting on my nerves now. When I painted all day Saturday, right, the light wasn't doing it, and now I'm doing a video, it decides to start flickering again. It's probably the bulb's on its way out, but it's okay for now. It's still working. So yeah, the Forge World Open Day, the Warhammer Fest. They previewed a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of stuff. You had Adeptus Titanicus, which they've announced will be coming out in August now, which means in August I'm going to be skint. But that's okay, I'm going to be saving up some money for August, it'll be fine. You've got they announced the next gang for Necromunda, which will be Caldor, which I'm a bit disappointed about. I thought it might be Delac, but okay. They previewed the Forge World Chaos Dragon, which is coming, which that looks fantastic model. That looks so good. It's a Khorne Lord on a dragon, and basically my Age of Sigmar army is Khorne, so yeah, that would work. Probably won't buy that, purely because it's again, it's another huge model. It's I would have nowhere to put it. They announced a Necron super heavy walker thing. When I say super heavy walker thing, I'm like, because I don't know what it is. We don't know its stats, we don't know its profile, anything. Just saw a picture of it, but it did make me laugh. The Necron groups like spam this picture everywhere. It was being posted time and time and time again, and like, you know how some people can't just go, oh okay, yeah, that looks good. If they see it again, it's like, oh, there it is again. But it's fine. And some people have really got the rage that they're like, oh, that thing, oh, I'm sick of seeing that picture already, blah blah blah, and whatever. This did make me laugh. But it looks pretty cool. I will probably be buying one because Necrons need something like that. They need something heavyweight because their Lords of War are quite bad, to be honest. So yeah, that looks cool as well. I'm trying to think of what else they announced. The next Blood Bowl team will be Dark Elves, which is fine. Dark Elves I've never been really interested in. So yeah. Oh, what else did they announce? Oh, they announced the next Heresy book, what it's going to have in it and stuff. I'm pretty sure that bulb's going to go. Every time I look at it, I'm getting like blots in front of my eyes. So that bulb will probably go anytime now, but whatever. So yeah, they announced a lot, and then they announced like new dice. Oh, they announced second edition Age of Sigmar, which is cool, I suppose. I've been playing Age of Sigmar a bit, but I'm not mega enthusiastic about it. I'm not. I can take it or leave it. I'm not overly bothered. The models are cool as well. Don't get me wrong. The models look awesome, but there's just something about the gameplay that, like, to me, it doesn't feel right. Like, there's no real tactics involved in Age of Sigmar. It's just kill and be killed, which some people can see that as a good thing, but and 40k is going a bit like that as well. But with 40k, let's try and see if that will sort anything out. Probably not. Turn it off and turn it on again. But you never know. It works with my phone and stuff. Yeah, there's something about Age of Sigmar. It's just lacking something. Like, the tactics side of it is a bit lacking, in my opinion. But that could just be me. It's just been my experience. I don't know. Yeah. And it probably doesn't help the fact that I'm an army which I run in and sort of things. But there you go. My army's quite basic and doesn't do much else apart from run and kill. So, yeah. I'm gonna get started on my third Zangle. They announced a load of other stuff. I probably can't remember it all. But the big things were Adeptus Titanicus. That game will be fantastic. It will be awesome. I can't wait to buy that when it comes out. And I know it's me buying models and stuff, but oh well. It'll be fine. I'm actually going into Games Workshop tomorrow because I'm low on some paints, so I've got to get some stuff tomorrow, and I may buy myself a model. Cheeky little model. When I say little, won't be so little. Probably gonna be Scarbrand, who's a big bloodthirster. I've wanted a bloodthirster for ages, but Scarbrand's the one that does it for me, to be honest. So, yeah, maybe buying him tomorrow. We'll see. Because I'm in Uxbridge anyway, I figure I might as well go and see my mates at the shop, sorry. So, yeah. So, on his back, he's got like fur, I think. Which makes this layering a bit more awkward, but it's okay. That light's going to bug me now. So yeah, I played 2 games last night at the club. Both using my Necrons. I'm getting a bit burnt out playing Necrons. And a bit of burnt out playing 40k a little bit. But I've got another month, and then I might not play 40k for a while. I've got months to the tournament. So yeah, the Apocalypse game that we were organising for the bank holiday at the end of the month, the 27th I think it is, I decided to cancel it. It's just it wasn't getting enough people interested. That light is going to drive me mad. So we're making it a 30k game instead. Hopefully people will be a bit more interested in if it's 30k than 40k, I don't know. But the club's been quiet. And it's a little bit disheartening, but I'm getting games, so it's not so bad. But yeah, it'd be nice if there was a few more people down, but I can't force them, so I'm not going to. So I was going to take next week off, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I will probably take some painting down and just have a bit of a painting session down there. Because why not? Well, my building session, I don't know yet. We'll see. See how I feel at the time. Yeah, but maybe I shouldn't do these if my throat's playing up. But I definitely wanted to do this one because, like I said, it's number 26, and this marks 6 months of me doing them. And I was considering doing like a little, because like my channel's not really going anywhere now, so I was going to do like a giveaway to try and get some more subscribers and stuff like that, but I don't know if I'll bother. Might do it on my Instagram page instead. We'll see. We'll see over the next week or so. Yeah, it's the hobby looks in a good shape with all the new stuff that's coming out. Games Workshop looks like it's smashing its targets and stuff. Yeah, and I mean, I built my Chaos Blood Bowl team over the weekend as well. And I did it while I was watching the Formula 1, so it was quite an easy thing to do. I know, I'm aware that next week I'm not going to get much painting done next weekend because of working the Saturday and whatever, but I know Saturday nights there can be fairly quiet, and I'm not going to take painting in to do, but I could. I'm not going to. So the last one I painted was that guy, I think, so let's do it in order. So now what we're going to do, use that one, using that one, we're going to go with Drakenhof Nightshade, and we're just going to shade the recesses of them, of the muscles. And to do this I've got to put some on a palette, pour it down a little bit like I always do with my inks. My shades, sorry, they're not called inks anymore. Inks are the old term for them. And just a little bit of water. Cool. And I'm hoping to do a bit of spray painting later today as well. The weather's quite nice. It's not mega hot, so the spray paint should be quite good. So I'm going to spray paint like the fire slayers. I'm going to spray paint them. Probably spray paint a few vehicles as well. A friend of mine, a guy that I did the battle report with before, and I've got a second battle report coming up if I ever get around to editing it. He asked me to do a commission to paint a tank, which is not a problem. So I've got another commission on the way, and I'm aware I've still got to finish Grimnar. I've got to finish loading Grimnar. It's just, like I said, he's not jumping out at me. It's something I want to actually do at the moment. And this the thing. I mean, when you're in a painting groove, you want to paint stuff that you want to paint. You don't want to paint stuff that you feel that you have to paint. So this is why I've left him for so long. And I like I said, I will get to him. It'll probably be soon as well. I'm aware he's there. He keeps staring at me, so to speak. So yeah, I'll probably get on him if I get painting time on Sunday, which I should do. And then I might even take him with me to the club and get a lot of him done at the club. So yeah, yeah, I'm going to get on it. I've got to get him finished, and then I can give the whole commission back to the guy that I owe it to. I'm just lucky he's very patient, because he's not been desperate for he's been playing a lot of Elder, so he's not desperate for his Space Wolves. So yeah, it's the Zangors seem to be coming on quite well. It's nice being able to. I was talking a bit of this at the club again about painting projects and stuff, and one of the guys was saying how he absolutely couldn't chop and change between projects. He needs to sit down, get one thing done, and I can't. I just can't do that. I would get bored and it'd put me off painting. Like the Necron Warriors, for example. I couldn't have just sat there. I had to paint 20 of them for this tournament army. I couldn't have just sat there and batch painted all 20. I couldn't do that. So that I was doing them in blocks of 5, and then painting other things as well. like mega helped me, really helped me a lot. So yeah, that's how I'm going to keep painting. I'm going to little groups, like stuff like this. There's 6 angles in the Silver Tower box set. I'm painting 3. When I did the Coric Acolytes, I painted 4 of them because there's 8 of them in the box. And it's just working for me. It's just yeah, it works. Like everyone, when they're painting, they need to find the way that it works for them. And this works for me. So yeah, I'm not gonna stop doing it like this. I'm going to carry on painting like this because it keeps me painting. So yeah. Okay, so that's the first one shaded. On number 2. And also as well, don't paint at anyone else's speed. Paint at your own speed. Like, I know you've got some people that are like challenges to paint this and paint that and whatever, and that's fine. I actually suggested one of the, we do little Artificer painting challenges, which I've got to show you something in a minute from. It's an idea someone come up with at the club. It's just to help get people painting models, and it has helped, I think. It's setting like little challenges, and you get a little reward at the end, a little trophy. And it's been helping people. People are getting on painting, and I think the painting group is helping as well. But the last one was an infantry squad. It could have been any kind of infantry, and it's got to be a minimum size squad or maximum size squad, as long as it's, you at least do the minimum. So I did my rampagers that you might have seen me do a while ago, the World Eater guys, the white armour with blue shoulder pads and stuff, and I actually won the competition. The votes, I didn't think I would, because like one of the guys that's entering, he's doing he does painting commissions. He basically, I don't know if he makes a living out of it or it's just his side thing, but he does a lot, and he paints really quick, and he's really good. Like, he entered as well. I think he entered some Harlequins, and there was a squad of guys from the Batman game, the Joker's crew, I believe it is, which is the guys that I voted for. They look so cool. But I won, and the little trophy is that one there. This very cool. I've never won anything for any of my painting before, so thank you for everyone who voted for me. Yeah, so it's a bit weird having winning something for something I just enjoy doing, but it's cool. But people do anyway, don't they? People win trophies for playing football, for tennis and whatever, so yeah, it's not a problem, it's cool. But the next one coming up is a vehicle or a Lord of War, and I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near that. So I think we got like a week or so left, and what I said I was going to enter, I've not even undercoated yet. So yeah, I think I'm going to give this one a miss. That's number 2 done. Now number 3. Let's clean my brush a bit first. So yeah, this is going quite well. The shading on the Sangor. and like little things that have come into my mind the last few weeks. I'm aware that even though I've got my nephew into the hobby, I've not really done anything else with him. We were supposed to go in Games Workshop from time to time. I haven't been in Games Workshop now since March, I think. In Uxbridge, I mean. I've been to Warhammer World a couple of times since then. But I need to go in there tomorrow because I need to get some paints. Some of my paints are finished now. I need to replace them. And they're paints I use all the time, like Runefang Steel. It's the tiny. I've got a tiny little bit in the bottom of the pot, and it's mostly water, I believe. So yeah, I need to replace that. I actually need to go through my paint pots to figure out which ones I need to replace, and I've got to do that today before I go tomorrow. And like I said, I'm considering buying Scarbrand. I will see on the day. We will see. Yeah. But I'm aware that I know they're going away on holiday next Sunday, so it's going to be a couple of weeks till they come back, and I'm aware that when he comes back, they're going to be on school holidays. So I'm going to make more of an effort to go up to Games Workshop and to get my nephew painting a bit. Like I said, this is the one thing with me. Once you've got the bug for painting, the last thing you want to do is stop painting. And I don't know if he's still painting. He could be. I haven't really had a chance to talk to him. He's only 11, so he doesn't do social media or anything like that. Just my sister doesn't let him. So yeah, I just have to see how he's going. The rate he was painting them, he's probably finished all the models that I actually got him for his birthday, which is good. I know he finished the tank in one day. He painted a Razorback, which was cool. But yeah, we'll see. Okay, so that's number 3 shaded. I just wish I could paint as quickly as my nephew could, but I paint, I edge highlight, I detail, I shade. Yeah. Cleaning my palette, as I always do. And I'm just going to take a quick break because I need to stretch my legs, and I'll be back in a minute. Right, so I'm back. Sorry about that. I just had a little bit of a break. And we're just going to carry on painting these angle. And now I'm just going to edge highlight them. It's a bit of weird edge highlighting because they've got not really armour plates, muscles and stuff, but it'll be okay. I don't need to do a lot of highlighting on them. And we're in that order again. So with this, I've got Lothlorien blue, and these are going to be very blue looking Zangor because they should be blue. There's each, so why not? I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping to get these done in the next few days so I can move on to other things. Probably onto my Doomsday Arc and Grimnar, maybe. We're going to go with our small brush with our Winsor Newton 0, which is basically the same as the GW Artificer brush. I prefer this over the GW one, although I still use the GW one from time to time, but not very often. I'm just going to get all the raised areas of the muscles. wasn't on camera at all. Still haven't sorted that out. It's still weird. So yeah, the two games I had with my Necrons last night. One was against Space Marines, all Primaris Marines, and a couple of Contemptors and Land Raider, and it went very well for me, I've got to say. Very, very well. I think turn 6 he had one guy left on the board, so it went very well. And then the other game was against Alpha Legion, Cal Space Marines, and if it had have gone on to turn 6, I would think I would have tabled him, but I didn't. It finished there, and he won on victory points, which at the end of the day is the important thing. I've got to focus on, like, it doesn't help. I'm not saying my luck's bad, right? My card drawing is terrible. I'm never getting cards that are anywhere near me, that I'm anywhere near doing either. So it is a bit frustrating because the cards they add a very random element into the game, which can be frustrating. But everyone has that element. It's just he hit his targets when he needed to hit his targets. The big swing was when he killed my Warlord, which was a bit of a silly error from me. I left him very exposed, which I shouldn't have done. I know my Warlord's tough and everything, but the amount of firepower he took, he wasn't going to withstand that. So I've got to remember, even though I know I'm on a timer, I can't miss things. Because in tournament play, when I miss things, I might not be... I might miss it. They might not let me go back and do it. Like, I will always be fine with people going back and doing things they missed in games against me. Not a problem. But tournament play, it could be different. So yeah, I've got to nail things down. Got to remember to do things. So I need to make myself a cheat sheet of what the order of things I've got to do, and I need to stick to it. Simple stuff like remembering reanimation protocols. Yeah, I've got to remember to do that because it's I do miss it on units from time to time, and that's quite a fundamental thing with Necrons. They need to be able to remember to do that. The living metal thing as well, I need to remember to do that because I keep remembering halfway through my turn, and it's got to be done at the start of the turn. And so yeah, before the tournament, I'm gonna make myself a cheat sheet. This is the order of stuff I've got to do, and I've got to stick to it. Like, I draw cards, because that's something else I keep forgetting to do as well. I draw my tactical objective cards. I then have my reanimation protocols, and then I have my will be done, which is my Overlord's ability. I just got to remember to remember to do them all, because I jump ahead of myself, and I've got to stop doing that because it's going to cost me games. Like I said, I'm under no illusions that I'm going to win a tournament. Like, I'm not a problem. I just don't want to finish last. If I finish mid-table, I'll be happy. If I finish above last, I'll be happy. So, yeah. Okay, so that's his skin finished now. Number 1. And on to number 2. So yeah, I'm also going to write out data sheets for the units that I want to use. Basically army cards. I don't know why 40k doesn't have them when Age of Sigmar does, but whatever. So yeah, I want to make myself a set of them. I've got a month to do it. But I keep saying this, I've got a month to do this, a month to do that, but I'm probably giving myself too much to do in a month, but it should be okay. To be fair, I haven't got a lot of army cards that I would need to make. Like, literally, I've got an Overlord, a Lord, a Cryptek, Warriors, Immortals, Death Marks, Destroyers, and 2 Doomsday Arcs. So, it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I mean, a lot of the people that I thought were going to be in the tournament aren't in the tournament. Like, people that even said they were going to be. I don't know whether they've dropped out or they just weren't actually in it to start with, but that's okay. So I'm going to be playing a lot of people I don't know, which for me is not a problem, because playing 40k is 40k. So one of the great things I've always said about the hobby is you could go into a room of people you totally don't know and you all have one thing in common, that you play this game. So all you need to do is play the game. And you can chat and have a laugh or whatever, but it's cool. And like I said, it's one of the great things about the hobby is you have this game in common. So it's easy to talk to people about stuff like that. So I'm not going to be the whole shy, retiring, I don't know people, so I'm going to be really quiet. It's not going to be me at the tournament, so. He's got like this fur on the back of his neck. So I want to almost dry brush. I'm going to add this is basically, the colour scheme is like the general colour scheme for him. I think it's from Warhammer TV. That's how they paint it. But I'm going to add my own little bits, like the ends of the fur is going to have a bit of purple on it. And their legs are going to be like tainted purple as well. The lower parts of their legs. More fur on his head. So yeah, it's the hobby's coming on well. Like I said, it'll be disappointing if the club gets shut down, because then I'll be back to painting with no other game. It might help me in the short term, having more painting time and stuff like that, but there'll be no end goal, there'll be no gaming with the models, which is the frustrating thing. And we've looked at places locally, and we're continuing to look at places locally, but like the Battle of Britain Club is where we started, it's where we want to continue. I posted something on my Instagram about the petition that went up. It'd be great if everyone could sign it and get as many signatures. I think we've got like 1,600 at the moment, which isn't a massive amount, but it's a decent amount. It'd be nice to get a load more, but we'll have to see. So I've just got his shield hand to do. I think this one's then has his skin done. Paint his bicep a little bit. The good thing is with edge highlighting, because of the blue, how it looks, you don't have to be mega precise about the highlights. And like, as long as the model looks good at the end, that's all you need. So yeah, I'm going to finish this last one and then probably call it there. It's take me a while to upload the video. I may go for a walk afterwards. We'll see. I want to just keep painting, to be honest. So I may just keep painting. I may go for a walk tonight. It's quite warm out at the moment, so yeah, we'll see. But later on, it's for the first time, hopefully, they're going to have hang out and paint with Peachy and Duncan on Warhammer TV, which, you know, if you haven't sat and painted while watching it, if you sit and paint, that is, have a look on YouTube, because they did a couple of episodes on YouTube, and like, you don't stop laughing. It's just so funny. I mean, there's been times when I've had to put my paintbrush down purely because I'm laughing too much. It is basically what the hobby is. It's a bit of a laugh. It's sit around with mates and have a bit of a joke while painting. Sometimes the hobby can be taken a little bit too seriously. Oh, right, stop looking at the light. Stop looking at that light, because it's doing my head in. Literally, my eyesight goes really, really weird. But before next week, I'm going to have this bulb replaced because it's driving me mad. Just hoping I can find one that's going to last me 15 years like this one has. But we'll see. Might even buy some daylight bulbs. Might give me a bit. Yeah, let's get some daylight bulbs. If I could find the ones that will fit this light fitting. So I've got another lamp, but it's a single light, so you get shadows and stuff. The double head lamp is it's worked for me for all this time, so it will continue working for me, I hope. as it blows up in my face, but there you go. Again, this guy's got all this fur on his back, so I'm just gonna almost dry brush the fur with this paint, this blue paint. Catch out some edge highlight bits. But so yeah, if I do decide to do a little bit of a giveaway to try and boost my subscriptions and stuff, I will do a little video on here and promoting it, and then it will be mostly done on Instagram, I would think, because I think my Instagram account is more important to me than my YouTube channel. But don't get me wrong, I'd like my YouTube channel to grow a bit more, but I'm not fussed that much. YouTube for me is a new thing, and it's something that I haven't really got the time to throw into. Like I said, I've got another battle report with the same opponent, a friend of mine from the club, sitting on my computer. It's all been put into one video, but it still needs editing and stuff. I'm hoping to get to it a little bit in the next few weeks, but there's no guarantees that I will. But we've just got to see. It's going to take me a while to edit it. But we'll see. I might just do what I did with the old one and just throw it up, see what people think. It's done different style. When I did the last one, it was set camera, recorded the whole game, start to finish, and I just put the whole thing up on YouTube. I put my little intro thing up, which I still need to sort out some music or something for that, but I might even ask a friend to help me with that. That is basically this guy done. Well, this is flesh done anyway. I've got all the rest of him to finish, like the other two, sorry. But yeah, that's the skin on the Zangor's finished. Like I said, it does take me a while to paint, I know that. I'm not a quick painter. If I was a quick painter, I wouldn't be happy with 200 painted models in a year. But I am. I'm more than happy with that. So yeah, I'm going to probably do... I might paint their armour, do first layer on their armour, and then call it there. But I do have, I've just bought 4 tickets for Forge World Open Day, which is on 15th of July. I know it's my sister's birthday, but what can we do? I've invited one of my friends. I'm trying to think of a few others to invite as well, and I know there's some others from the club going, so we can make it a big day out. Should be a laugh. So we're gonna go, which this conveniently, the colour of their armour is the same colour as their bases. So they actually haven't got a lot of armour on, which is cool. I know they've got some on their shields and stuff. I think I'm actually going to carry on doing this while off camera, because it's going to take me a while to do. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you very much if you've listened to this again. I always thank everyone for listening, because it's a polite thing to do. Being polite is cool. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date on whether I do a giveaway or not. You may see a little video pop up. But for now, thank you very much, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.